Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for my new series, Pokémon TCG Pocket No EX Challenge, where I take on all solo missions against the AI without using EX cards. So let's get started. Here you can battle against AI opponents or players from around the world. Let's start by checking out the rules in the guide. With this guide, you can learn the rules while participating in battle. Try progressing all the way through from part 00 to part 06. You will receive a deck once you complete part 06 of the battle guide. Evolve your Pokemon. Play your way through the battle guide to receive other rewards like pack hourglasses. Alright, let's get started then. Let's start battling. Cards aren't only for collecting, they can also be used in battle. Take a look at this Pikachu card. Tap and hold. Pokemon have HP where they lose all of their HP they are knocked out. Here you can find a card's attack with these. You can attack with your opponent's Pokemon and can use the attack's effects. You and your opponent's Pokemon battle one another as you try to knock out all of their Pokemon one by one. In a battle, you can use cards you collected to face off against your opponent. In this guide, you can battle with cards that have been set up for you. The cards near you or your in place zone. Wow, this is a long tutorial, okay. And the cards on the other side are your opponent's in place zone. This is your active spot, and it's where your Pokemon battle using attacks. Pokemon in the active spot are referred to as active Pokemon. This is your bench, and it's where you put Pokemon that can switch from your active Pokemon. Pokemon on the bench are referred to as bench Pokemon. This is your deck. Your cards are placed here face down and you draw one on your turn. This is your hand. You can have up to 10 cards in your hands, and you can use these cards during the battle. Start in the next part of the guide. We'll go through the next step of a battle. Prepare for battle. Before starting the battle, let's set up your Pokemon. First, put a Pokemon from your hand into the active spot. Take a good look at the cards in your hands. You can play any Pokemon that says basic. Place a basic Pokemon in the active spot. Oh my gosh. Let's put EV. Once you're done setting up your active Pokemon, next is setting up your bench. During rebattle, you have the option to set up your bench. For this guide, let's practice setting it up. You can put a basic Pokemon here just like in the active spot. Once you set up your Pokemon, go ahead and tap Start Battle. Now you're ready to begin the battle. Use an attack. Knock out your opponent's Pokemon to earn points. If you're the first to reach 3 points, you win the battle. Points will be displayed here. Use Pikachu's Gnaw attack to knock out your opponent's Eevee. Attach energy. Pokemon need energy to use attacks. This is the energy zone. When it is your turn, an energy is generated in the energy zone. You can also see the energy that will be generated during your next turn. Attach an energy to the Pikachu. Pikachu now has 1 lightning energy. It can now use its attack Gnaw. Play Pokemon from your hands. Start your turn by drawing a card from your deck. You can play cards that are in your hand during your turn. Play Pikachu from your hand to your bench. Oh my gosh. Has to be in the middle. If you have no Pokemon left in play, you lose the battle. But now, even if your active Pokemon is knocked out, you don't need to worry. Eevee in the active spot was knocked out. Choose a bench Pokemon to move to the active spot. End your turn. Attach an energy to Snorlax. Let's take a closer look at the Snorlax card. Look at Snorlax's attack. This attack requires 4 energy. These are called colorless energy. The symbols mean any type of energy can be used. When you can't use an attack, tap the end turn button to end your turn. Energy will generate in your energy zone during your turn. Attach a 4th energy to Snorlax and use this attack. Let's try evolving a Pokemon during battle. Take a good look at the cards in your hands. Here it says evolves from Charmeleon. You can evolve the Pokemon that is shown here with the correct evolution Pokemon. Charmeleon is the Pokemon in the active spot. Evolve Pokemon in play by putting evolution Pokemon from your hand on top of them. Pokemon can have higher HP and stronger attacks after evolving. Even if a Pokemon evolves, it keeps all attached energy at any damage. You can evolve as many Pokemon as you want on your turn, except on your first turn. You can't evolve a Pokemon on its first turn in play or if it is already evolved during this turn. Crimson Storm, let's beat this Raichu up. Good work! This concludes the basic rules of battle. If you want to learn the rules for advanced players, you can keep progressing through this battle guide. Now you can at least try your hand at a battle. Now that you can battle, you will be gifted your very first deck. A deck is made up of a set of 20 cards. Each player uses a deck to battle. You can view and build decks by tapping this button. You can try battling AI opponents that use a variety of deck types in solo. Let's try your hand at a solo battle. Step-up battles have different levels of difficulty. Let's start out with beginner. Winning battles will give you rewards like player experience and items. Let's start off battling against this Ivysaur deck. This is also a feature that does the battling for you automatically. It can be toggled with this button. You can try it out with when you want to play casually. The auto feature can also be toggled during battle. On that note, please try your hand at a battle using the deck we gifted you earlier. Well, let's get started battling. I think you could check what cards are in here. So Sandshrew, Cubone, Hitmonchan, Menfu, Slash, Onyx, Menshao, and with different normal Pokemon. Okay. So there's no Brock or anything. So, alright, let's just see what happens. Alright. We're in like a tough situation because we're battling against an Ivysaur deck, which is grass, and most of our Pokemon are weak to grass, like the Onyx was. So, I could play Menfu because I have Menshao. Later I could evolve it, so let's put down, I don't know, let's just go for it. Yeah, I don't think it matters if I put down a basic or not. Menfu, let's attack. Does 20 against the Paris. Let's go. Menshao. It does 40. Cubone. Come on, chance. Cool. That's well, so. Alright. Almost. knocking it out. Is it going to retreat? No, it did not. So I'm going to knock it out in this turn. Let me just put Pokemon. Maybe I should wait for Sandshrew to come. Even though it's weak to grass, the slash does 70 damage. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the spot open for now. Put energy onto Cubone. And I defeated Paris. What are they gonna bring in next? Okay, Jigglypuff, they're weak to us. Alright, so I could one-shot the Jigglypuff easily. Because we have type advantage, it does 60 damage. Cottony comes in. If we had a Giovanni, we could one-shot it. Professor's Research. Another Professor's Research. Let's go Sandshrew. Kick the Cottony's butt. What are they going to do? Alright, I'm gonna beat my first battle since I'm gonna get 3 points. So let's end this with some style by retreating to Sandshrew, evolving to Slash, giving the energy to it, and attack. Okay. Oh, the pop-up? Let's not show it again, this is so annoying. Yes, that's 70 HP. Let's get it going. Victory! Tap to proceed. First Ivory Sword. Okay. Put 4 basic Pokemon into play. Okay. First time rewards. Alright. Expansion. Yeah, so for our series, we're gonna beat all the step-up battles by expansion in order. So we're gonna be working on beating Genetic Apex first. So let's just keep going and beat the Charmeleon deck. We were given this deck. Do we want to use this deck at all? Or should we create our own deck? Yeah, I'm gonna create our own deck from here. So let's get going. A deck is made up of a set of 20 cards. Each player uses a deck to battle. You can try building decks with your own cards to participate in battles. Let's try building a deck now. First, please tap on plus. You can build a deck from scratch or use a themed deck list. But now, let's build a deck from scratch. Please tap on the Build New Deck. Next, let's decide which cards to include in your deck. Please tap Edit. Here you will choose 20 cards to include in your deck. Auto build may be useful while starting out. Select types and cards will be auto selected. Select up to 2 types. And just like that, a deck can be built with ease. You can try it once you have collected a lot of cards. Let's continue. Once you have decided which cards to include, you're almost done. You can set your accessories and other things here. You can also give your deck a name. Finally, tap save and your deck is complete. We'll end this tutorial without saving. Now you know how to build a deck. In my decks, you can build decks to use in battle. A deck is made of a set of 20 cards. You can also build a deck using auto build. All you have to do is to select auto build, then one or more types and a deck will be automatically built using your own. You can also change your playing mat, card sleeves, and Pokemon coin. These can be obtained in a number of ways, like from the shop or by completing missions. You can tap this icon if you want to see this explanation again. If you're unsure of anything else, you can try checking tips. Alright, let's just build our new deck. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna leave the footage of me building a deck for the first time. Then later on I probably just cut it out and just have the deck ready and for the battle. So you don't have to like watch me make decks again and again. It'd be like mind-boggling, time-consuming. So we're going to be against a Charmeleon deck, so we want to work with water Pokemon. So yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of cards I have collected so far. Yeah, so I started this account back in December, mid-December, when Mythical Island came out. So I've been gathering a lot of cards since then. I have over 1,500 cards to play with. So yeah. Yeah, just letting you know, if you want to take on this challenge, you're okay to spend some money to buy some gold and to pull some packs, because it takes a lot of time, like, to pull packs if you're not spending gold. Like, this account, like I said, started back in December, so it's like 3.5 months since I started pulling packs. So if you want the process to go faster, then yeah, go free ahead, go buy some gold to buy packs, stuff like that, to get this challenge started. You want to take this challenge started. Oh my god. Let's see. I don't want to go like overpowered, using like Gyarados or like Blastoise or Greninja for the beginners. Thing. Oh yes, since I'm doing solo battles for the Genetic Apex Charmeleon battle, I'm going to be just using cards from the Genetic Apex set list, so I could have a fairer fight with the AI, because if we're using newer cards, it's going to be a lot easier and overpowered. I don't think that's very entertaining to watch if I just overpowered them with the new cards and stuff like that. So let me filter the packs out if I know what I'm doing. Hit all booster packs. Okay, let's get this going. What should I do? Let's play some luck base. Goatine and Sea King. This is gonna be funny as F because with Sea King, you flip a coin and if Tails is attacked, does nothing. But if we do attack, it does 80. Let's try to get something more reliable, like Tentacool or Tentacruel. Let's do Tentacruel. Do we want one more basic for this? No. Let's go with Articuno as our 5th basics. Edit deck still. And we need some supporter cards. Oh, I got full Arts Arena. It's been some time. I got 2 Misties. Oh yes, some of the cards I already traded with my main account, so that's allowed. Let's do some Misties. What happened to my promo cards? Let's go. Professor's Research. Pokeball. X Speed. Potion. And oh gosh, I don't want to. Let's get Sabrina and Giovanni and let's just get going. Alright, first battle with our new deck. Let's get going. Our hand, we have Tentacruel, so let's go with Tentacool and start battle. They have a Growlithe, they need 2 energy to attack me and does 20 damage. Yeah, we're not gonna be putting any basics down on my bench. Yeah, usually you don't want to do that because the opponent might have a Sabrina card, which will switch my active Tentacruel with an Articuno, and I don't want to do that. So let's just attack with Tentacool with Gentle Slap, and it does 40 damage since we have a type advantage. Let's go with Tentacruel. Attack with Tentacruel. My opponent's active Pokemon gets poisoned. But let's Professor's Research before I attack. Yeah, let's put our Articuno down and let's see if we could land Misty next turn. Down the Growlithe. Got 1 point, 2 more points to go. Alright, let's just Misty. Oh, one heads? Okay. One head's not bad. Um, Tentacruel, let's one shot the Rattata. This is our second point. And let's retreat with an X speed. This allows me to retreat with less energy, so I retreat with 1 energy, Ice Beam, and attack for the win against Jigglypuff. Alright, 3 points, victory. Yeah. Oh, put 4 basic Pokemon into play. Okay, I need to remember to do that. Alright, new battle unlock, War Turtle deck. I think this should be all for this episode. We wrapped up the first half of the tutorial and beat the Ivysaur and Charmeleon deck. Bye. Thank you.